there, savvy home buyers and sellers. This is Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru, Mississauga Real Estate Broker. And in today's episode, we're going to go over February 2020 Greater Toronto Real Estate Market Update. The numbers have come in, guys. They're really interesting. You're going to want to hear what I have to say, so let's get into it. Yes, guys, we are back in seller's territory. We are back in what we've been used to for the last 10 years, which is a stupid, crazy market where things are going nuts and everybody's looking for that advantage to get a home, or what can I do in order to move on with my life. So in this episode, I'm going to go over the numbers as they stand, and I'm also going to give you some advice whether you're a seller or a buyer, which hopefully will help you in your real estate endeavors. All right, so the first stat we're going to look at is number of sales. Sales are up over 15% when compared to the same time last year. At the same time, active listings are down 17% compared to the same time last year. So more house sales, less houses for sale. That seems to be the trend that's going on lately. Now, taking that fact that listings are down and sales are up, the average house price has increased over 12% when compared to the same time last year. Now, there's another stat, and that is active listings on the market, which is a real indicator of what we're looking at over the next 2-3 months or the near future. And that is where the stats are really crazy. In fact, we are down over 30% compared to the same time last year. So guys, what does this mean? We are headed into a seller's market yet again, where there's not enough homes for sale and there's a ton of buyers. Now, you got to remember, it's not like these buyers were created out of nowhere. These are the same buyers that were stalled when the government brought in things like the foreign home buyers tax and the mortgage stress test. So what they did is they saved their money, or in a lot of cases, new Canadians waited for their PR to come in. They waited in time, and now they're all back out in full force to get a home. Because what we do know is interest rates aren't going up anytime soon. Immigration is at its highest level it's been in years, and people want to live in the Toronto area, and that includes all the suburbs. So it's a recipe for strong price growth in the near future. All right, so now I'm going to give you some advice on how to navigate this market. So first off, if you're a home buyer, you need to be prepared for this, okay? Doing it yourself sounds great, but the reality is these houses are selling very fast. You need to hire an agent who knows what they're doing, knows how to negotiate, and helps you navigate the process. Find yourself a professional to work with right away. Next, get your financing in order, guys. You have to be sure about what you can afford, because if you're not sure, you won't be able to do what it's gonna take in order to get that house. Next, consider getting a pre-inspection. You wanna make your offer as attractive as possible, and understanding what's going on ahead of time will position you to be more competitive. Next, let's talk about the deposit. When you're in a bidding war or there's a lot of interest in a property, the stronger the deposit, the better, okay? It shows that you're serious, and it makes the seller feel confident that your offer is a good one. Also, consider bringing a certified check with your offer. Have the check in hand, because if you got a firm offer and the check's in hand, the seller is more likely going to consider you because it's a done deal, okay? So don't underestimate the power of having that check in hand. And finally, the last piece of advice I can give you as a buyer, you need to know your numbers. In a market like this, a listing price can sometimes just be a fictional number in the air. It really doesn't matter. The value of a home is not what the seller's asking for. The value of a home is what similar homes are selling like in that area recently. Comparables, okay? So a lot of times in a market where houses are selling over asking, it's quite common for the sellers to artificially list their house low in order to get more attention in a bidding war. So before you start the home search, you need to identify the areas and the styles of home you like and understand what they are currently selling for. That way, when you see a crazy price come out, you don't get caught up in the hype. Yes, you can go look at it, but you understand that that's not really $599, it's really worth $800,000. Important, know your numbers ahead of time, because you don't want to be going and doing this 20, 30 times, okay? That's where people get frustrated, and it all comes down to not being properly prepared. All right, so for sellers out here, here's my advice. Over the last couple of years, I've talked to hundreds of you who wish you sold your house at the peak of the market in 2017. And now guess what, guys? We're back there. So if you were thinking of selling your house, now is the time. Remember, real estate goes in cycles, and what is today will change tomorrow. All I can tell you is for the foreseeable future, with the way inventory is, it has not been a better time to sell since the beginning of 2017. So if you're looking to sell, again, give me a call. Let's get the process started. Again, staging, properly priced, and excellent marketing will get you the best results. All right, there you have it. I'm Jeff O'Leary. I hope you liked my February 2020 Greater Toronto Real Estate Market Update. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. I'm Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru, and have yourself a great day.